All right, what's up, guys? Stay trades. Today we're gonna go over the trades I took during London session, as I did not trade New York session today. And boy, oh boy, I wish I went to sleep and traded New York instead of staying up for London. But we made money regardless. So we'll go over what had occurred. Um, so to zoom back a little bit, this is what we were looking at coming into the night. Some lines. I'm gonna try to walk you through and explain it. The market actually tapped into this fair value gap right around the time the London session market opened. And I wish I just took this short targeting the pre-low, because that would have been a nice trade for me. Um, Easily been almost $1,000 trade. And that would be able to take to the upside as well, because since I missed this trade idea, I ended up going short somewhere around here. Is the right thing? Yeah. I end up let's go back here. I ended up trying to go no, I never went short. I'm sorry. I went long. I went long because the 50% was right here, and I was looking at the 5 and the 1 minute. So the 1 minute did close below here, but then we immediately shot back up, and I was like, oh, maybe we might get some type of rejection to go up a little higher. On the 5 minute here, same area, same price level. What's going on here? Um, Same price level, same price level right here. The market did close below. So if I just waited a little bit, I would have been able to avoid this trade altogether. It would have been an avoidable loss simply because I would avoid this kind of trade entry, because the 5 minute did not reject and close above. If the 5 minute closed above, there would be a higher probability trade, and I've been fine going along. That did not happen, so we did take a loss, which set us back for the day, which is fine. I just went ahead and set up the next trade. So you can already see where I got in. I bought right down here, and my stop set to swing low here. Now, what inspired this trade idea was the fact that on the 1 minute we got down here, we did not close below this pre-low, and on the second candle we failed to close as well. So I jumped in here, anticipation that we'll get a move up, possibly back into this gap, which we did fall short of, and see we came slightly close to it on this candle and start pulling back. So in that process, that pullback, I marked on parameters. Like, if it takes this lower, I'm out. If it goes above there, we're good. It tried to get above it, didn't take it out. I could have got an earlier exit, but I decided to wait a little bit. So I closed out right here. And if you see, the market came all the way back down. So really what it did was react to that hourly fair value gap, came down lower into hourly fair value gap to react in the 15-minute gap. And because of me thinking about the first trade and the execution I took on the trade, I should wait for better confirmation. I did jump the gun on this kind of entry. I wish I had done it, but it's all good. We wanted more confirmation for this trade before we just took it. So we waited, market pushed up, pushed up. Once we got closure above the pre-low, I'm like, all right, cool, now it's game on. Next pullback we take. And we had this 5 minute gap marked out here. And just to be extra safe, I took it at the pre-low, stops being at this swing low, bottom of the 1 minute gap, which corresponds to 5 minute. I believe it was a 5 minute. Let's see if I mark from here to here. Yeah, something like that. Cool. So I will go on this trade for 4 contracts. Second trade. So the first trade was 4 contracts. Second trade 5 contracts. Third trade 4 contracts. And I was able to ride this on up to this point. I closed out. Reason B was, once again, I'm thinking about the second trade. I'm trying to, actively take consideration what's going on here. Because we failed to close above here on the second attempt, I was like, okay, this 1 minute gap already been tapped into. The chance could hold, but at the same time, do I want to run the risk of it holding, not holding? There was a 15-minute gap here at the time to support the move back on up, but I didn't want to wait out that long just for it to do what it does. I was gonna look to target the 50% at first, and it was already close nearby it, so I was like, might as well close out. Second target would have been this swing, taking up this high that reacted to this fair value gap, and the third target could have been the close, and that's why I was gonna overall target. And of course, I would have managed along the way. So that's today it happened. I ended up not trading New York session because I was so tired that I didn't want to make any mistakes in New York session simply because I was tired. And then I know I've been more inclined to spiral and get upset in the outcome of a negative trade if I missed something at all. So I took the executive decision inside not to take the third trade, instead take the fourth. Not take the fourth trade. That third trade be the final trade for the day. And to go over trade screenshots, Here we go. It was trade one. Trade one. Am I tripping? Oh, I don't know why this one looks like this. Ignore this risk reward to right here. We did not go by that. Go by this one. We bought here, and it's also about the 5 minute. If we waited a little longer, we would have saw that the 5 minute closed below here, and that would have made us not take this trade altogether, and we've been better off. So we took that trade, which set us back about 200 bucks. Oh god, I'm out of order. Okay, this is the second trade we took, and that was off the pre-low I was explaining, where the market field closed below pre-low, so we got in long, and we're gonna target that close like I was saying. And the market didn't necessarily give us the full-on move. Well, I put the stops here because that's the ultimate area I was looking to target. But you see, my exit been right here, so that's how I like to manage it. I like to have my targets ahead of where I may potentially get out, because if it pushes past it, then hey, I'm still in, not because my stops up, whatnot. So that's how that trade was going. And that trade did work out. I don't know. I don't have a good exit screenshot for that, but it's all fine and dandy. This trade worked out. We got out, roughly around up there, something like that. Trade three. That's trade three exit. Trade three was right here. We just re-entered once the market came down to pre-low. Like I said, we waited for the breakup above the pre-low. I mean, it went below pre-low, tapped into the 15-minute gap, pushed on up, tapped the pre-low, tapped the gap slightly in this candle, slightly tapped it. You're not going to see it in this screenshot, but it did do it. And then it pushed on up to this 15-minute gap. 5-minute gap in pursuit of the 15-minute gap. And yeah, so that's kind of how this trade panned out. Let's pull it up, the third screenshot. This trade three exit. So this is where I hit the close button. I'm hovered over the close button. So market field take this out. And I was like, all right, cool, we're good, we're out. And that's how this day went. It set us in position to get back what we lost on yesterday, and then put us ahead for the week as well, a bit further. So that's nice. And then Pianowski. This is Sim while I was teaching the trade room, but that's not important. Overall, though, today was a good day. I wish I wasn't tired, because I really would have been able to capitalize on this move down. My plan was to go in risking 150, because I was not going to give back much of what I made during the lending session at all. So my plan was to go not one contract, but risk 150, and whatever the contract amount would be. And honestly, if I targeted that level, that would have made more than what I got with one micro contract, because the market is dumping, and I still believe we'll get down to here too. So I've been astronomically amazing. However, the cards were not in our favor for this, as it just wasn't. So it's all good and dandy. We come back tomorrow, we try again.